What is up, guys? This is Justin Lowe, and I'm gonna be the host of this channel. This is a brand new channel. I'm excited to bring you guys content about the NBA, NFL. Might go into soccer here and there, but we're not too sure about that. I want to build this. I want to make this a brand. I want to make unbiased opinion something that people want to look up to, like ESPN, where you can see a lot of facts, a lot of personalities on here. I'm not gonna be the only one who's on here. Well, at least that's what my goal is. But I started it all, so I might as well be the first one to put a video up on this channel. And I thought, why not have the best time around and whenever a big trade goes off, something like Kristaps Porzingis getting traded right now. And a lot of people might be questioning this trade, like, what were the Knicks thinking, what were the Mavericks thinking? I'm just going to kind of break it down and let you know what I think and my personal take on all of this. And for people who didn't know who was in on the trade and everything, it was Kristaps Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, Trey Burke from the New York Knicks, and the Dallas Mavericks are sending away Dennis Smith Jr., Wesley Matthews, not Wesley Johnson, who is trash, but Wesley Matthews, DeAndre Jordan, and 2 future first-round picks. Now, the future first-round picks, people are thinking that that's some big trade pieces that would be thrown out there, but I'm not too sure if the 2 first-round picks are that big of a deal in this trade, considering the fact that you don't know how good or bad the Mavericks are going to be in the years to come. So these picks could fall below the 20th pick in the draft, and once you start getting in that area, you're kind of scraping the barrel for a legitimate, solid NBA rotation player, even at that point. But I'm gonna just start it off with the New York Knicks, where I'm gonna say a lot of people are like, are they ruining their franchise right now? You just sent your centerpiece, that is Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn, the freak. Look at this man dunking right now. You can't tell me that he's not a freaking animal. But, I mean, ultimately, in my opinion, they did this all to get cap room for this summer. This summer is going to be one of the craziest, by far the craziest free agency we have ever seen in a while. And probably, honestly, before my time even, because I started watching basketball more recently in these years, and I'm telling you, I think this is going to be crazy. This trade deadline is going to be crazy. There's a lot of things I want to be pumping out to you guys. But they did this to make cap room for this. They want to get Kevin Durant. They want to get Kyrie Irving. They want to make a big name. They want to make a splash this coming free agency. They want to be New York Knicks of old. They want to be the team that everybody comes to watch and wants to watch because they're winning, not because they're the New York Knicks. But with this man right here, the way that he plays, you would think that they would want to keep him, but they want to make some cap room, and I understand that completely 100%. And they weren't helping themselves by throwing out these contracts that weren't really beneficial to players that didn't really deserve it as of much. Tim Hardaway Jr., who they started off with this franchise, he went to Atlanta, started balling out, and they said, you know what? We want you back. And they got him back because they threw him a bunch of money that no one else would throw him. But I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is a great player. He ultimately, in my opinion, is a really good player. He just can't be your first or second option. To be honest, third option, I'll consider it. Third option, Tim Hardaway Jr. could do it. I honestly believe that. But that's just my opinion right there. And then, moving on to it, let's say, the other thing too is that people aren't considering. I know that today's age, medicine, everything's helping a lot for players who get injuries. But Kristaps Porzingis is a 7'3" player who's one of a kind. That's why he gets the nickname Unicorn. There's nobody else in the league like him. Do you understand that? There's nobody else in the league like Kristaps Porzingis. And I'm not too sure if he can come back healthy. I personally think he's gonna come back good, but I understand the doubt from the New York Knicks. They're not confident in their guy like that. So they wanted to keep him. I honestly believe they wanted to keep him until he came in for the office for their meeting today, and he just was frustrated. He was frustrated with where the team was heading. He was frustrated with where the team is going, and I can't say I blame him, but he's not out there playing. He's not out there playing with the team, so I don't know what the expectations of the New York Knicks this season really was. Them being in this position, being in the lottery where they can get a guy like Zion, RJ Barrett, I think this is a great position to be in. But I guess he wasn't. I think he wanted the team to be good. He wanted to come back maybe this year and play for playoffs or something. But I personally thought it was just for the development of Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, who I love, but Frank, you're making me look bad. I said you were gonna be a star, and by star I mean I said you're gonna be good. But I don't know. He's not really performing right now. And then yeah, that's really just it for the Knicks. On the Knicks point of view and everything, I think they just wanted to get all the contracts. Wesley Matthews, he's expiring after this year. DeAndre Jordan's expiring after this year. So really the main cornerpiece of this deal is Dennis Smith Jr., who is a good player. I believe is a good player. But I think the Mavericks should have kept him. I think the Mavericks should have kept him and done another trade or done something else. I don't know. I feel like Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka could have worked out if because they liked each other. They honestly liked each other though. And then for the Dallas Mavericks side of this, they want to build a team around Luka Doncic. There's no surprise about it. Every person who watches the NBA knows that this guy is going to be a star. I don't know how he fell in the draft to third. He should have been second. Imagine the Kings. Imagine the Kings right now with Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Bogdanovich, and Luka at the 4. Ooh, I think that team would be I don't know. I think that team would be amazing. But it could have stopped the development of De'Aaron Fox and all that because both need the ball in their hands. But that's a different story to come. But they imagine the team Luka and Kristaps. Imagine the team Luka and Kristaps. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's good. 2 good building stones on a championship team. I think you can maybe draw some people over there. Tim Hardaway Jr. They're gonna find out this season if Tim Hardaway Jr. can play with Luka. Because again, Tim Hardaway Jr. he needs the ball in his hand, kind of. But I think he can. I don't know. I feel like he's a good enough 3-point shooter and a good enough. If he has to work harder, I feel like if Tim Hardaway Jr. works hard this season, he can prove a lot of people wrong and show that he deserved that money and how he. I don't know. I feel like people are hating on Tim Hardaway Jr. Is it just me? Like, this man is good, in my opinion. Like, he's a good NBA player. I feel like people don't give him his credit. But the other thing that the Dallas Mavericks know is that they're not an attractive free agency destination. They're ran great. They are greatly run by my mind just blank. I don't know who the owner of the Dallas Mavericks is. You guys know who I'm talking about. That guy. he is a great. This is making me mad. You know what? No, stop. Who is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks? Dallas Mavericks owner. I just misspelled that. Who is the owner? Who is it? Who's the owner? I don't know who owns this team. Alright, well, I can't find it. But big figure. He's a millionaire. I don't know who he is. Mark Cuban, that was it. Mark Cuban is... I'm gonna switch up the highlights. Dennis Smith Jr. I feel like Kristaps getting all the highlights. Let my man Dennis Smith Jr. get some credit here. But I don't know. I feel that this trade, you can't judge a trade for the Knicks side until this summer free agency. You can't tell me that the Knicks would have done this trade without knowing they're going to get some big free agent. Like, you can't, there's no way. Well, actually, there is a way because Jeff Dolan is the owner of this team. But you can't tell me that they had no plan and they just traded Kristaps without, we're just hoping they would get land a marquee free agent this summer. I don't think they're that dumb. I hope they're not dumb. If they're that dumb, I'm sorry for all you Knicks fans. You can come on the Heat train, even though we're not much better. But, you know, we had Pat Riley. And that's pretty much it. If I honestly had to say a winner of this trade, I say the winner of this trade is Dallas if Kristaps comes back healthy and Tim Hardaway Jr. can actually be a third option in this team. But they are looking to trade him possibly, which I understand completely. I understand that decision completely. But again, I think you can work around. I think Tim Hardaway Jr. could be a good third option, third, fourth option on a championship team. So if he works out on this team, they win. If he doesn't and Kristaps doesn't come back, they lose it. Not even if he, more so if Kristaps comes back healthy, obviously, because that's the cornerstone of this trade. But if the Knicks, if they land a marquee free agent, this could work good for both teams. Imagine the Knicks with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, someone like that. They could be they would be perfectly fine that they shipped off Kristaps Porzingis, because who wouldn't be? You have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving on your team. Hello? Like, duh. But that's all to be the end of the video. I hope you guys like the channel, like the layout, subscribe down there or somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's down there. I gotta get used to this whole new YouTube thing, but I'm pretty sure it's down there. But I hope you guys love the channel. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. We're gonna bring you the best NBA content on the web. Look forward to some football football content coming in the near future once I get this whole YouTube situation under control. I'm trying to learn my way around this, but I want to be a brand. We want to get this thing growing. Let's get this growing. Let's get this video. Let's aim high. Let's get 20 likes on this video. First video on this channel. Let's get 20 likes. That's pretty much it. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And this is Justin Lowe signing out. See ya.